He has timed that one well. That is the call, straight in. Beautiful ball. Edged away, yes it is.
Welcome to the Oman Cricket Academy once again. This is match number 4 and we are up for another exciting contest. It's between those two challengers who have come from the intermediate group. It's going to be SFT versus the Braveheart 11. And straight away going to the sidelines with Pranav Mehta for the toss without wasting much time.
Time for Braveheart 11 versus SFT Smashers. Two sides that are having their first opportunity live on television, and they will have big point to prove here. With me, the captains for the toss. Janze, the captain of SFT Smashers. Alongside him is Haja, the captain of Braveheart 11, and AK Mujahid, the match official, to make sure the proceedings are right. Janze, flip the coin. Number is the call. खंजर it is. जानसे सबसे पहले बहुत मुबारकबाद. क्या करना चाहेंगे और क्यों?
सबसे पहले तो हम बैटिंग करना चाहेंगे तो बिकॉज हमारे पास एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर हैं और साथ में यंग्स प्लेयर हैं तो हम इंशाल्लाह पॉजिटिव खेलेंगे और अच्छा टारगेट देंगे.
कितना स्कोर आपके दिमाग में है आप लगाना चाहेंगे बोर्ड पे?
90 स्कोर मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए.
और ये आपका पहला टूर्नामेंट है एज ए टीम एसएफटी के लिए टीवी पे, तो कितने एक्साइटेड है प्लेयर्स?
प्लेयर बहुत एक्साइटेड हैं. तो एक्चुअली ऑलरेडी 5 प्लेयर जो हैं वो हमारे एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर हैं, वो ऑलरेडी खेले हुए हैं. लाइव न्यू कमर्स हैं, अंडर 9 प्लेयर हैं. बहुत अच्छा टैलेंट है हमारे पास. लेट्स सी.
गुड लक.
थैंक यू.
Haja, toss not on your side. They are batting first. What would you have done and why?
Anyway, first of all, Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for giving a great opportunity by Oman Cricket and as well as our sponsor Mr. SKV. And for the toss, we always for the cricket we have to plan for alternate. So we are ready for this alternate call. So first bowling also we are ready. We have some plan for the first bowling also.
Now they are looking to get somewhere around 90. What's the number on your mind? Where would you want to restrict them to?
So whatever runs less than 80 is a chaseable score for us.
And talk us about your team. How excited are they? Probably first time on television as a team. And it's a big opportunity to lock horns with the big names. Yes, they are the intermediate side, so they are your comfort zone.
No, for this opportunity we are awaited more than 10 years. You know very well. So from lower divisions we are came to these positions and we are very much excited, and really again we are very thankful to Oman Cricket for this lovely opportunity, and hopefully our players will utilize well and they will prove themselves what is the quality of cricket, and we will give the good fight to the opponents. That's it. Whatever the result comes, it will be then in the day. That's
absolutely, Haja. Best of luck.
Thank you, Pranav.
So the news from the sidelines is that SFT Smashers have won the toss and they're going to be putting runs on board first.
Yeah, you straight away from the captain's mouth here, and they'll be batting first. The SFT Smashers, a very well-known team, and in the circuit, in that intermediate and premier group for a very long amount of time. Tausif Ahmed, Ojis Pachisa, Jahanzeb Ali, the captain, Syed Amir Ali, and he is an experienced veteran, Muhammad, and then there's Shivre, Mohanlal, Altaf Muhammad Umair. Pratish will be somebody to watch out. He's a young gun leg spinner, and Rehman Ali and Adil Mohammad Amin Gori. That makes up the SFT Smashers. As far as the Braveheart 11s are concerned, it's Nizamuddin and then Nishad, KS, Sohail Ahmed, Arvind, Kanakraj Suhil, and we've seen quite a bit of him. Amir Mahmood, Cyril K. Sebastian, Asfaq Ahmed, Haja Hamid, the captain, Gaurav Pokra, and rounding that up is going to be Jabir Khan, a very strong side. A lot of their players have been in that premier slot for quite some time. They've played some good matches at the highest level at the Oman Cricket Academy. So a side to watch out for, both these two sides, as a matter of fact. It's going to be a delectable contest between bat and ball. Straight away with the bat, I believe there should be Adil Amin Gori, ex-ISMite, and a very, very prolific scorer with the bat, and he's played some good cricket over the years. Jahanzeb Ali as well. He'll be opening the bat for SFT. He looks to cut, and it's a sedate start, a dot ball to get started with. Earlier on in D20s and D10s and D50s, we've seen this team as Gubra Giants, Zawawi Powertech, and quite a few players from that have been formed to form this particular team, Braveheart 11. Haja Mohammad Hussain, the captain, with the ball in hand, straight away leading from the front as a captain. SFT yet to get off the mark. This 10-over game, every dot ball is an event. Tossing it up, and this one straight away aerial from the bat of Jahanzeb Ali. He is a destructive and explosive opener. And what a way to get off the mark for his team. SFT has managed to smash their way with a 6 to his name, Jahanzeb Ali. Joining me in the comm box is going to be Pranav Mehta. Just have a look at that shot once again.
What an incredible shot, just in the arc of Jahanzeb Ali, and he's a very strong striker of the cricket ball. Was a part of the Muscat Thunderers in the previous season, and that's where he would have accumulated a lot of knowledge.
A lot of these intermediate sides have those sort of fringe members of the premier sides, and now finally getting an opportunity to showcase their talent. Oh, big shot towards the leg side. There is no fielder, no chance for it to being stopped, and a little bit of football also won't help. Braveheart 11 will have to do better. Getting off to a great start after 3 silent deliveries. Jahanzeb Ali making a comeback into the over.
Can't be bowling short here to the likes of Jahanzeb. He's a strong striker, and if you're bowling short, he'll always have ample amount of time with that kind of pace. Could have probably put in a better bit of effort there, inside out on this occasion. This ball is going to travel to the boundary once again, and this is a good start for SFT.
Yeah, certainly come out with a mindset or two here, Jahanzeb Ali, because he's won the toss and electing to bat first, so he certainly has to put his best foot forward and prove to his team that whatever decision has to be his way, and that's probably the right decision, because runs on board and suddenly the pressure will be on the team chasing. It's 14 for no loss after over number 1. Have a look at that shot once again. Clearing that front leg and playing it inside out. Always a good idea, especially when the field towards the offside is inside the circle. Getting 4 for himself, Jahanzeb Ali.
Gaurav Pokra comes into the attack. Left-arm pacer from the Oman LNG end. Does like to move the ball. And we'll have first visuals of Umar on this occasion. Good start for SFT, 14 in the first over.
Yeah, they're an exciting side. They've got some good names in their ranks. Looks to cut and cut hard. No fielder. It's going to be a long chase for the third man. A diving fielder not going to stop the boundary.
Can't be providing width to somebody who is as tall as Umar. Who's always having ample amount of time to climb onto that delivery and cut it well, just past the diving fielder at point and at third. This is some good cricket. Very, very good cricket. Just making sure that he finds the gap. Enough power, enough placement, and just good enough to beat that fielder at third.
Once again, it's going to be looking for a single, not going to get there, but what's going to happen is that Pokra has conceded a no ball here. A free hit very early on in this innings, and SFT are already on 18 of 1.2, so plenty of runs so far. They're punching really, really hard at the moment, and they'll be happy with the start they have.
This is almost like a punch onto a opponent who's already flat on the ground. Bowling a no ball is criminal in this format in particular. That is a good delivery, a gem of a delivery from Pokhara.
Yeah, it was very, very well directed and got that extra bit of bounce as well.
Certainly looking to set a big target here. They spoke about 90. At the moment, 19 and 1.2. They're looking at excess of 130 at the moment.
The previous delivery was absolutely delightful. Can he bowl more of those? Full this time around, targeting the stumps. Fielder inside the circle at mid-off will ensure no run has been taken. And that's good variation. You bowl one ball short and then the other ball you try to pitch it up and try to get a little bit of swing. As you mentioned, he is accustomed to getting those or utilizing those swinging conditions.
And what makes it special is that they started with attacking the captain. You break the back of the leader and the team is broken. At the moment, 14 runs of the first over and Haja would be still stuck in that over of his.
Good start here so far, and Pokhara's done well. He's pulled things back, but at the moment the Smashers are 20 for no loss, so pretty much done their bit. This seemed to be that sort of a wicket where 10 runs and over should be the norm. Full and directed towards the stumps, looking for a quick single, and Janzeb Ali does really well. A very, very quick running between the wicket has resulted in 4 overthrows as well. So plenty of runs as far as the Smashers are concerned. They've done quite well for themselves.
Just need to get things right, and at the moment it is not working in favour of the Bravehearts 11. Probably need a moment of brilliance from one of the fielders.
"14 of 6 deliveries, Janzeb Ali, and Pokhara will be worried that he's done nothing wrong as of now. It's just that the fielders have not been able to back him at the moment. Otherwise, it's a very, very difficult situation to look at. Look at that field. You've got everyone, as many as 4 fielders inside the circle on the off side. You've got 3 fielders on the leg side. This time much better, angling the ball into the right-hander coming from over the wicket. End of the over. I believe it should be somewhere around 25 for no loss. SFT Smashers.
Suhail Kanakraj will come into the attack. Back of length, and this is pulled well in the gap. This is poor stuff, extremely poor stuff from Braveheart 11 at the moment.
And yeah, Janzeb Ali certainly knows his field placements. He knows where the fielders are placed and knows which areas to target. What he's done is he's just rocked onto the back foot, and Umar has looked to use, or rather Umar has looked to use this to his advantage. Just guiding the ball. All he had to do is help it with the pace of Suhail Kanakraj. On the other hand, Suhail Kanakraj, a familiar sight, and used to be playing for Zawavi Powertech until a while ago, and now employing his trade with Braveheart 11. Oh, brilliant delivery. Good comeback. Stranded halfway down the pitch. Umar will have to be wary because Run-outs here can be very, very suicidal.
Need to figure a way out to come back into the competition, because at the moment SFT are taking the game away from Braveheart 11. Need to figure a way out to pick up a wicket, especially at that of Umar Afridi, because he looks like a big talent.
Oh, big shot towards the offside. This one is clobbered. It's going to be a 6.
Almost as flat as an arrow. No elevation whatsoever. Incredible striking. Yes, we said he looks like a talent to watch out for, but Umar Afridi, take a bow. Probably one of the flattest sixes that I've seen on a ground like this. And it's not small boundary, 65 meters. And that ball was still travelling.
And it certainly didn't do anything wrong there. Suhil Kanakraj, it was just powerfully hit. He skied it. He skied it up in the air. The keeper looking under. Oh, and he's going to miss it. He just made a mess out of it. The ball swerving in the night sky. And this will be a big chance gone down by the keeper. Otherwise, Suhil Kanakraj had done everything right. Set up Umar Afridi.
Poor show. Extremely poor from the wicketkeeper. When you're donning those gloves, and if you're missing on a skyer, you're certainly not helping the cause of your side. They needed this wicket because Umar Afridi is looking very dangerous. Look how high it has gone. Probably the cameraman is struggling and just not able to get underneath it. This will be a single for Janzebi. He's happy to watch the proceedings from the other end.
What a brilliant strike that was from Umar, that 6 that he had hit. And it was just a pleasure to watch that. We could watch it on replay again and again. And he just used the pace against the ball and muscled it through. And that is lovely extension of arms made for some delightful watching. Works it away towards the onside and can be as many as 2. But some brilliant fielding. Had shot fine leg, so it's only going to be a single. As many as 13 runs have come from this third over. SFT smashers are 39 for the loss of no wickets.
Certainly looking for options here is Braveheart 11. They have plenty of it. These are all good quality cricketers. They've made a name for themselves in the circuit. But nothing has worked so far in their favour. And a little bit of a misfield on a delivery where 2 batters were stranded in the centre is going to be distorting for Braveheart 11. Yeah, unbelievable stuff.
They'll be thanking their stars at the moment. Both of them right in the middle of the pitch, having a conference.
Big outside edge and going over third. Nothing is working in favour of Braveheart 11 because SFT are making a mockery of them.
Yeah, they're swinging hard at every possible opportunity, and that's probably the only way D10 powered by fan code is supposed to be played, because they're getting some good rewards out of it. Have a look at that. Janzebi Ali charging down the track to Ahmed, and that good thick outside edge of the bat doing the rest for him. It's going to be good 4 runs already. Couple of balls and as much as 5 scored so far.
This is good intelligent batting. Runs on offer in terms of boundaries and then immediately rotating the strike. What is special about SFT is that not too many dot balls, and that's where Braveheart have never been able to control the proceedings.
And that's been the reason why this format is getting popular, because every ball is an event, and a dot ball is also an event for the fielding side, because they've certainly kept things under control. or he's looked to pull. There is a fielder at deep square leg, so he'll probably cut it off.
And now what happens with Ahmed is that he doesn't provide that kind of pace that both these batters are looking for, and immediately you can see Umar Afridi charging down the track to generate some pace out of him. That's been the problem for the Premier sides as well. They're looking for those quick bowlers.
In the air, and he's looked to cut it uppishly over the infield. Only managing to get a single.
Gone are the days when Janzeb would look for a couple. But you don't have to if you can strike the ball the way he's striking.
Looking to finish well, Ahmed. And he does. Beats the outside edge of Umar Afridi. Will end his over with 8 runs for his efforts. 47 for the loss of no wickets. SFT Smashers. Looks to cut. First looks at Mahmood.
Amir Mahmood did represent Muscat, Bang Muscat a couple of years ago. Does bowl that brilliant doosra, the one which goes straight with the arm and on occasions away from the right-hander as well.
Now these are testing waters for such players. They've been playing most of their cricket in the lower divisions, and now when you're punching with the big boys, there'll always be a reality check, and you would be testing your skills and testing your abilities against all the sorts of players who will look to take you on and intimidate you, whether you stand up to them and make people notice. That's the name of the game, and those are the kind of teams and those are the kind of players that are going to shine. Oh, big shot. This is a thunderous drive. That ball is rocketed towards the cover boundaries, giving no time for any fielder to even have sight of it.
Not really sure which of the batters are more impactful, Janzeb Ali or Umar Afridi, because at the moment the shot of Janzeb is par excellence. Never looking to keep it down, just wide of the fielder at covers, perfect gap findings. It is incredible striking, and just as we are appreciating this, the easiest of efforts, which is going to be held on at backward point, and Janzeb Ali on one more occasion is going to be finding the commentator's curse against him.
Yeah, well, he's done his job though. He's striking at 200 and 31 or 14 deliveries. He wouldn't be that disappointed. The captain leading from the front, this time just taking that leading edge, and the fielder at backward point making sure that he pouches it very, very carefully, and they'll be glad to see the back of Janzeb. He can be quite destructive. Losing their first wicket at 53. SFT Smashers.
Every time that we are talking about the little dynamite, we can resemble Shakil Ahmed. But few years ago, probably 5 to 10 years ago, Little Dynamite was the name that was attached with Amir Ali. He was a national hero and a long-serving servant of national side. Probably one of the better batters, better finishers that Oman would have ever seen.
Absolutely, and he's a very, very familiar sight around the grounds of Oman cricket, and now helping the teams of the lower division get a little taste of professionalism with his insights. End of the 5th over. It's going to be 54 for the loss of 1 wicket, SFT Smashers.
Certainly one of the pick of the bowlers from the first 5 overs, Gaurav Pokhara, is going to be coming into the attack, and he's going to be coming in from the Oman LNG end. And what a time to walk into the com box. Be very experienced, very talented, sensational, incredible on word choosing. It is Mudassir Ali Qureshi. Mudiba, how much of a delight is it to watch a game like this right here at the Oman Cricket Academy, where you see the future teams at the higher stage taking a growth?
This is what we were expecting when we talk about D10. It's all about those fours, maximums, and what a start. 55 for the loss of 1. Afridi and Jaze provided that flying start, but still there's a time for the men in yellow to make a comeback. This is the beauty of short formats. 2 good overs, all of a sudden you're back in the game.
And what's impressive is that first, the premier sides are missing their key players. That makes them a team in balance in comparison to the intermediate side, not too far ahead of the game. What a delivery. It was a slower delivery to start off, and now the quicker delivery right in the block hole. And that's where the change of pace is working in favor of Gaurav Pokhara. And coming back to my point, now you're seeing these intermediate sides locking horns with the big, big fishes. And all of a sudden, they're making them show that they are human as well.
And this is a right platform, a good opportunity for intermediate players to showcase their talent in the absence of few local players. And this boy, he is having great time out there in the middle, striking the ball cleanly and dealing in maximums.
Giving a masterclass is Amir Ali, showcasing how he should have hit it. But if he can hit it this far, I'm not really sure what is the complaint about, because certainly not in his arc. For a moment, I thought he skied it up. Yes, he did sky it up, but far enough. Probably at least 10-15 yards away from the boundary rope. That's how good the strike was. And these are decent boundaries. 65 meters for a D10 is decently sized boundaries.
What a comeback in the block hole. He has been very watchful. A controlled aggression we have seen from Afridi. That is the reason SFT are in a strong position. But in the absence of quite a few big names, this is the right time for these players playing in this edition of D10 to shine, perform, and also at the same time you can show the selectors, yes, we are also in the making. Very impressed the way he got runs, young Umar Afridi. And with that single, another good over for SFT comes to an end. 6 gone, 63 for the loss of 1.
Amir Mahmood continues from the Oman talent. He bowled a pretty decent over. Also got that wicket of Jan Zaib. Can he continue the momentum? They need a few more wickets here. Amir Ali, an experienced campaigner, is looking to cut loose.
Is he making a comeback in the domestic circuit? Is he making a comeback in the domestic circuit, Pranav? Because I haven't seen much of Amir in the last couple of seasons in D series.
Big shot, and look at that striking from Amir Ali. He's not yet finished. You're talking about a comeback. He's certainly making a comeback here. What an incredible strike.
Rightly said by you, Little Dynamite. Explosive batter down the order. Coming at number 1, and what a hit, what a connection by Amir Ali. Standing deep in the crease, and look at that high backlift. The maximum, almost 85 meters maximum, and one bounce, 4 runs towards the leg side. The top gear is Amir Ali.
Once he starts, he just doesn't stop. Amir Ali, he's incredible striker. Just doesn't look to play second fiddle, and his experience will always dominate. A little on the shorter side, and he finds that gap to perfection. No chance for any fielders in the deep.
Tell us more about Amir Ali, Pranav.
Oh, Amir Ali. Big shot once again. This time it will find the fielder. One bounce into him. He was one of those players who was way ahead of his era. Oh, a little bit of a mix-up here. Because he would come very late into the innings, and he would play those impactful 30, 40, 50 run knocks, which will change the game on its hand. And they'll be really quick innings. Takes me back to 2005. That is when I used to play against him. He used to play for a side called, oh, this is a big shot off the back foot. Can't believe that he's cleared the rope off the back foot. Straight boundaries. This is incredible striking from Umar Afridi.
This is Oman D10. Entertainment is on here at Oman Cricket Academy. He was in an awkward position. Not a proper connection, but still manages to get a maximum, almost a 70 meters maximum. But the tall, well-built Afridi.
Full toss, and doesn't get some good bat onto it. Interesting to check. Oh, it's indicated as a no ball, and that's where Umar Afridi will get off strike, but Amir will have to reload this one, and it'll be a free hit to Amir Ali. Every ball is a free hit to Amir Ali, and this is certainly one of them. In his arcs, a little slower, a little bit of an inside edge, and look at him run. He's running like a bullet. Might not get the second, but he's still very fit. Unhappy with that shot of his is Amir Ali, but 83 for 1 at the end of 7. Still 18 balls to spare, and SFT are cruising here. Certainly feeling the heat at the moment is Braveheart 11. What a moment in the game. 3 overs to spare. Amir Ali coming into the equation. And having you in with me in the com box, Mudiba, how much do you know about Amir Ali? I'll give you a little bit of a glimpse. Amir Ali was one of the prime finishers of Oman. And him alongside Sultan Ahmed, Zishan, Siddiqui, Farhan, Hemin Desai, Rakesh Sharma. These were all heroes of that time. And if I take you back to 2016, that is where he peaked, where there was a game between Oman and Ireland, and Oman was down and out at one point of time. And from the jaws of defeat, Amir Ali, in my opinion, yes, the entire Oman team, but Amir Ali snatched a victory out of jaws of defeat. Do you know anything about that game?
2016 World Cup first round, Dharmashala.
Can I call you an encyclopedia? But at the moment, Amir Ali is giving us glimpses of what he's capable of, what his potential was of. This is vintage Amir Ali.
Oh, absolutely. And it's giving me goosebumps, Pranav. What a class batter, Amir Ali. Almost 9 years ago, he won the match against Ireland. Now, here in domestic circuit for SFT, getting those crucial runs. Oh, the umpire is in trouble. He's out there as a speed breaker. The bazooka from Amir Ali hitting the on-field umpire straight away. Having a look, I think he's in pain. And look at that spirit, sportsman spirit by Amir Ali.
Imagine the kind of impact he would have had 9 years ago. And that is when he was peaking down to his career end. And 9 years later, right now, you see the best of Amir Ali still. Imagine what he was capable of in his peak. I'm talking about 2010, 2009, 2011. That is when he was at his peak, at his premium best. Very fit, very quick between the wickets, an absolute all-rounder, genuine all-rounder, good off-spinner, and a perfect finisher. Exactly what you require as an all-rounder in a team.
Young Amir Ali, 2016. Final over, something around 13-14 runs needed. He was out. The penultimate delivery. And Munis Ansari, he was on strike and he was lucky. A full toss went past Munis, went past the wicketkeeper for the boundary and no ball. And that's how Oman win that game against Ireland.
And that is exactly why I say victory from the jaws of defeat. That is what makes it special. If you win a game, you win a game and you forget about it. But when you're losing and from that position you win a game, it is remembered forever.
Oh, absolutely. And at that time, 2016,
full toss finds a gap. This is going to the boundary. Once again, this is carnage from SFT here.
they're struggling. Clearly, the bowlers are struggling under the lights. They did not came out with a plan. They gave away those easy runs. They feeded the batters with those looseness. And a full advantage taken by the batters of SFT. What a great going we have already seen. And 100 plus score by Renaissance Challengers. And the total posted by Renaissance Challengers earlier is in danger. 92. We are in the 8th over. Umar on 39. Change of pace and nicely bowled. And talk about that game, Pranav. I still remember 2016. They were a dominant side when we talk about Ireland. They have already played a few World Cups, and this was a very big stage for Oman. Not much known to the world. And out of nowhere, I still remember quite a few spectacular catches were taken by the fielders of Oman in that game. Jatinder was young, just out of his college, if I'm not wrong. Now he's a captain. Time went past so quickly, but still we can see that class of Amir Ali.
Amir Ali, vintage Amir Ali. For a few players, I compare them to aging wine, because it's often said that the older the wine, the tastier it is. I haven't tasted it, but I hope that the saying stays true. Or else, in Urdu, you say Purana Chawal.
Yes.
Aging rice. Rice only gets better with age.
We have a quality when it comes to the Purana Chawal in Oman, the likes of Amir Kaleem and now Amir Ali, Nadeem, Munis, plenty of them.
What an incredible shot. It's almost like a slap, just giving it direction. At the moment is Omar. Certainly, he's speeding towards his 50. And at the moment, SFT are cruising here. 92 with just 1 wicket down. And at the moment, this is pure carnage from SFT. In comes Nishad. I believe it's a little too late for him to walk in, one of the premium spinners of of Braveheart. And it's that kind of a carnage by SFT that SFT is stuck in our mind for a moment now. Big shot in the air, lot of height, not a lot of distance, and it will be held in the deep. Amir will be the fielder on a day when nothing has worked in favor of Braveheart 11. Amir finally holds on to one.
Class some relief for SFT, but what a little cameo by vintage Amir Ali. And nicely bowled, clever piece of bowling, keeping it away from Amir, not coming under the radar of Amir, and good catch taken by the fielder. The partnership comes to an end, 97 for the loss of 2.
SFT absolutely classic. Sometimes you don't have to use power to your support. Elegance is also an option, and that's exactly what is on offer right now. Oh, they're going for an extra run. This can be a run out. And believe it or not, one of the better fielders for Braveheart 11, Nishad, lets it go through. Can't believe it.
Running hard. 100 comes up for SFT with those 3 runs. Good presence of mind. The new batter, he stayed in this crease till the time Umar arrived there. Then striking end. A full length dive and not a proper collection from Nishad.
Big shot outside edge, opportunity gone down begging. Butterfingers is an understatement at the moment for Braveheart 11. The captain drops this one. Haja.
Fielding has been ordinary throughout this game. Shaping up to go big. A kind of a mini helicopter. Hit down the ground just for 1 run. But what an over from Nishad. An excellent over. Got that wicket of Amir Ali.
And now he's pulling the game back. Although I feel that at the moment SFT has gone way over par. In a game where 90 would be par, they've already got to 101 and they still have 8 balls to spare. Make it 7 balls to spare, but the game's certainly in favor of SFT. They'll have to make a complete mess of this to lose this one. Full toss. And what a wonderful over from Nishad. Certainly they've missed the trick because Nishad is not going to be bowling any further in this game. And probably one of the best bowlers of Braveheart 11 is not going to be bowling the second one on a day when things are in his favor. Shiv Rai, Mohanlal and Umar Afridi. Certainly deserves a landmark 50 for Umar Afridi with the way he's batted tonight.
Sohail Ahmed, an all-rounder, on for 8 runs, wicketless so far.
Oh, wayward, and it's been a mediocre night for the wicketkeeper. He dropped Afridi, and at the moment he's given a free 5B.
Just helping the cause of SFT. 5 runs added to the total. From 103, score moves to 108. Still 6 legal deliveries left in this final over. Not a good start to the final over by Sohail.
Terrible piece of wicket keeping there. Absolutely unacceptable. Cannot be missing something as simple as that. Right in the block hole, and this is a good appeal. It's going to be going in favor of Sohail Ahmed and the big danger man, Umar Afridi. Wants a review. He won't be getting it. He's only going to be walking back to the dugout with a smile because he's played his role.
Not able to go beyond that 50 mark tonight. Definitely a knock to remember from Umar Afridi. Sohail strikes for the first time. The man who was getting those quick runs walks back to the hut. 108 for the loss of 3.
An under-19 champ walks to the middle, Ojas Pachisa. Dancing down the track, and the very first delivery hit straight as an arrow. It will be held on by Cyril, but this is serious, incredible skills from the young lad.
Late comeback. Damage has already been done. So wickets tumbling down here quickly for SFT. A young Pachisa, the first ball, trying to clear that long on. Change of pace, a cutter. Good catch taken by Cyril.
Love the
Always in
intent.
control.
Love the intent from the young sensation. It's never easy to come with the big boys and immediately get to go. But that was incredible strike.
This is how you motivate youngsters. I really like it, Pranav. Definitely as a young boy, coming and facing the first delivery with a clear peace of mind. Yes, I'm out there to get quick runs. In the process, though he has lost his wicket, the good news for SFT, they have got that plenty of runs on board. So the batters, they can come and they can express themselves from the very first ball, the way Pachisa did.
Adil Gauri. Hat-trick opportunity. Oh, it's a big appeal. It's a big appeal. It's going to be going in favor of the batter. It is going to be leg buys. For a moment, I thought it is the hat-trick. And I think that Sohail Ahmed has got it very close.
With that angle, I believe that ball was just missing that leg stick that might save the batter, though he played across the line. And what an over. Started with the 5 penalty runs, in fact 5 wides, then back-to-back wickets.
Big slog. This one's gone high up in the air. It's going to fall in no man's land. Lot of vacant real estate here in Amrat. Everything's happening in the middle. Lot of confusion, lot of chaos.
Getting excited. Every ball, every run creates some drama here at Oman Cricket Academy. Men in yellow, they were a bit ordinary in the field and they were rightly punished by SFT batters. Like the mindset of SFT batters. The way they came out, went after the bowlers.
Slow delivery. Slog across the line. They have to be pushing for the second. With that misfield, they won't be going. And this is going to be a run out. Had to be going for the second. Adil Gauri is left-handed and Shivrai Mohanlal is going to be baiting Adil Gauri back to the dugout. Right from the bottom of the bat. There was always a second available there, but not going for it is Shivrai Mohanlal, and as a result, Adil Gauri is going to be going back to the dugout. Once again, sliding down the leg, and Shivrai will have another opportunity because this is going to be reloaded. It's the final delivery. Sohail Ahmed is bowled decently. This has gone high up in the air. Fielder will have to work hard and keep it down to a second. This is once again a mix-up. A direct hit was required. Probably a better effort from the wicketkeeper could have also worked, but nonetheless, they've already got a couple of runs.
So plenty of wickets going down in the final over. Plenty of runs has been added by SFT. In the end, they have posted the tournament's highest team total on day one. A lot of hard work needs to be done in the second innings by the batters of
Wonderful, wonderful performance here from SFT against Braveheart 11, and coming into bat, SFT choosing to bat first, and Janzeb Ali 31 of 15. Mohammad Umar, standout batter. Umar Afridi, absolutely standout, 45 of 29. And Amir Ali, the vintage Amir Ali, 19 of 11. After that, it was mere formalities, just looking to throw a bat at everything. And as a result, Nelson on the board for the loss of 5. This is going to be very, very interesting.
bowlers who went for plenty of runs. And look at that, the fast bowlers, Mohammad going for with an economy of 14.
We're facing a little bit of a technical difficulty, and as a result, what we'll do is we'll head into the break, or we've got the highlights.
It was a brilliant partnership, top of the order, the experienced Janzeb and Afridi taking on the bowlers. It was raining force and maximums under the lights here at Oman Cricket Academy. Some glorious drives down the track, going past that short third. It was an entertaining first few overs from the blade of Janzeb and Afridi. Then the first wicket going down of Janzeb, but Afridi, he had his own plans, clean hitting, and he was joined by the experienced Amir Ali. A little and a quick cameo from Amir Ali kept the momentum going in favor of the batting side SFT, and a poor piece of bowling helping them get those runs. Though in the process they have lost Amir Ali, and in the final over 3 wickets went down. First it was the top run getter of this innings, Afridi, then the young Pachisa departed on the very first ball, then a mix-up. There was never a second run, and a run out of a batter. The slight fumble, but good recovery and good throw straight into the hands of Sohail, 1 bounce. At the end, SFT posted 111 in their allotted 10 overs. We'll dive into a short break. Once we are back, it will be a run chase.
He has timed that one well. That is the call, straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way, yes it is. has timed that one well. Catches the call straight in.
Beautiful ball.
Edge the way, yes it is.
Welcome to Oman Cricket Academy. This is match number 4 and we are just witnessed a very, very powerful batting performance first up by SFT Smashers. On the other hand, now Braveheart 11 will be looking to chase down that very, very stiff target that they have set for themselves. 114, if I'm not mistaken, is what is required to get the game in the bag for Braveheart 11. SFT, on the other hand, has to keep their nerve, hold their calm, follow the basics and make sure everything goes their way. Because they've certainly done very, very well in that first innings, courtesy Jahan Zeb Ali. The captain leading from the front looked to get attacking very early on in the innings, and then that blitzkrieg of an innings from Usman Afridi. Wide outside off. No run here, so starting off on a very sedate note. Tanveer Ahmed, and he'll be looking to operate from the Oman LNG end. Good delivery. Pitched in short. Only going to be a single. 2 batters, 2 new batters in for Braveheart 11, and that's Ashfaq Ahmed and Romesh. On strike will be Ashfaq Ahmed, and will all eyes and a fresh look at the way he's going to be starting. Oh, big shot. He slashed at it very, very hard over the infield, and first boundary for Braveheart 11. So certainly looking to be in an attacking mindset, the team in yellow.
A good start by Ashfaq Ahmed, off the mark in style with a boundary, and they need plenty of boundaries to go beyond that 111. A width offer and nicely managed, deliberately open the face of the blade and goes towards this point region.
Very important for Braveheart 11 to be very, very attacking from ball number 1, because every delivery is an event. Every delivery will have to be accounted for. Just like that, extra runs also an important event in the whole scheme of things. Taking their time here. SFT Smashers setting the field, making sure everything is right. The gaps are plugged. Oh, big shot once again. Slashing it very hard, straight into the hands of the fielder. Making no mistakes. So first blood here. And SFT Smashers have done the trick. It's a wicket for the person who's just gotten a boundary in the previous delivery. And they are celebrating hard. He'll be disappointed here. Got off to a good start. And straight into the hands of the fielder, waiting, and just that decisive and timely fielding change leading to the perish of the first wicket. Braveheart 11, 6 for 1. First wicket down for Braveheart 11, and SFT Smashers are certainly starting things off on the right note. And Ahmed, with the ball in hand, looks to swing it away from the right-hander. Shy at the stumps. Nearly there, a direct hit was required. Joining me in the comm box is Pranav Mehta. And what do you make of this run chase at the moment? They've gotten off to some sort of a start with a boundary, but also a wicket now.
Certainly not in the mix of things at the moment, because 115 to win, you'll need that kind of a start where 2 overs 30 at the bare minimum is required. And 7 for 1 with the ball to spare in the first over is not a kind of start that Braveheart 11 would have wanted. They would want to get off to a big flyer.
Tausif Ahmed looks to swing it very, very hard into orbit. And just getting nothing but air on this one. So Romesh will have to wait. Tausif Ahmed ends the over well. 1 wicket and 7 runs in his first over. As Braveheart 11 finish off the first over, 7 for the loss of 1 wicket.
क्या हो गया? पता नहीं कौन कर रहा है.
ये लेवल बहुत ऊपर है, बहुत ऊपर लेवल है सर. जब आधी ग्राफिक्स, आधी ऑर्डिनरी ग्राफिक्स चाहिए. इतना हाई लेवल का काम नहीं चलता.
पहले वही तो चल रहा था, अभी देखो चेंज हो गया.
पहले का भी समझ नहीं आ रहा था, अभी भी समझ नहीं आ रहा हो गया.
मेरे को ही नहीं समझ आ रहा क्या हो रहा है इधर.
Nishad, the new man in, he is already off the mark and he is going to be facing Umar Afridi.
I tell you one thing, that the batter at the non-striker's end, that is Arvind Ramesh, if he hangs in till the 9th over, Braveheart 11 is going to be winning this game with an over to spare. That is the kind of a batter he is. Big striker of the cricket ball, and you won't see somebody striking cleaner than him inside part of the bat, and it's only going to be strike rotations at the moment.
And at the same time, it's also Nishad who is in the mix of things. He's been there, done that in that premier tournaments when they used to be playing for Zawavi Powertech and Gubra Giants, as a matter of fact, which was then run by them. And they certainly know a thing or two about how to perform at the highest level. So plenty of balance in that team of Braveheart 11. So they will not be on the edge of their seats at the moment. Not yet.
Long on and long off. Dancing down the track inside. Probably a little bit of an inside edge or just deviation. They're going to appeal. And it's going to be safe. So leg buys to get off strike for Arvind Ramesh.
Yeah, Umar is a wily customer. He'll look to keep the batters guessing about his nature of deliveries. He's not very quick, but he's certainly very, very confident about giving the ball a little bit of flight and will deceive you in that flight. So the batters will have to be aware.
Dancing down the track, big appeal. This is going to be very interesting. It's turned down. Probably the angle of Umar is what saved Nishad on this occasion.
Yeah, they were appealing for the caught behind rather, or I guess they were just appealing and they were waiting for things to... They wanted a wicket.
They wanted a wicket. They just wanted a wicket in their favour.
This is amazing, yeah. Quite entertaining stuff. Oman D10 for you.
Looks very slow and sluggish is Umar, and that's the reason Braveheart are struggling to find any kind of pace in their batting.
Well, their real test will be once they start playing against those teams who have been part and parcel of those.
Probably the impact just being outside the off stump, that could be one of the reasons. Not sure if there was an option for caught behind. Once again, angling in. This is good bowling by Umar. Very good bowling. Not giving any kind of room whatsoever.
Yeah, and he's looking to angle in. He's not looking to turn the ball away from the right-hander, which is what the batter is expecting. And hence, you know, as an instinct, probably rocking onto the back foot and moving away, making room for himself. This time he moves it away and straight away punished. And punished well. What a great shot here from Arvind Ramesh.
This is exactly what Arvind Ramesh offers. A 6 of the final delivery, and that's where they will finish. 2 overs done, 16 for 1.
Braveheart's 11 and 16 for 1 after a couple of overs. They will think that yes, they've gotten off to some sort of a start. In the process, they've also lost a wicket to themselves. Now after that mandatory power play, you can see the field spreading out a bit. A couple of overs done already with that run rate at hovering around 8 runs an over. That required run rate, on the other hand, 12.38. So a couple of big hits needed, or a couple of big overs needed to keep that in check and comfortable. Just like that, he's given it a big whack, but the fielder settling underneath it and will collect it comfortably. Tausif Ahmed making himself very, very safe under lights as Altaf Mohammad picks up his first.
Mediocre, very, very mediocre stuff from Braveheart 11 when you're chasing a mammoth 115. The experience of Nishad had to come to the party, and that's not going to be happening tonight. Bottom of the bat probably was trying for something in his favour, and he could only find the safe hands of Tausif. 2 down, Braveheart's 11 for 16. Most Bravehearts 11 fans would believe that 2 wickets down, they are in a misery. But I believe it's a blessing in disguise because Arvind Ramesh still at the crease. And he's joined by one of the prolific strikers of the cricket ball. And if these two can stay together for at least 4 or 5 overs, they can certainly change the tide of the game.
Fingers crossed. Probably you don't want the commentator's curse to strike. But then at the moment, it's Altaf Mohammad. And he's gotten off to a false start. Sohail Ahmed is the man in discussion at the moment. And he is up against Altaf Mohammad, who's picked up a wicket on the very first delivery of his over. Shot and worked away towards the offside, looking to take that quick single. A bit of a fumble right there at short cover by Omar.
The only problem is that both these are not very effective against spinners. And that's where the left arm spin of Omar will come probably to the rescue for SFT. And I feel that he's going to be bowling the very next over. All said and done, Altaf Mohammad, this is the over they'll be looking to target. Can they make it big? What a shot. What an incredible shot. Yes, we know he's a big striker of the cricket ball, but look at that shot. Not a lot of muscle, just pure timing, and Arvind Ramesh strikes a maximum.
They'll have to collect 2 balls from there because that shot has straight away deposited in that balcony, that grand balcony of Oman Cricket Academy building. And have a look at that. He certainly stamped his authority on that 6 here. So just so that you know, there are a couple of balls lying there. So you never know. You could get one for free if you manage to retrieve that one.
The fact stays that this ball is as unused as it can be because Braveheart 11, apart from that maximum, has done nothing much to their favour. Probably a month ago, I was speaking to the owner of IS Invincibles and he was asking me that you have been around the intermediate sides and which is the batter to watch out for, which which batter can we probably recruit. And I gave him the name Arvind Ramesh. I told him that there is no striker as good as Arvind Ramesh even in the Premier circuit. He is a very good striker. All he needs is a good coach who can direct him in the right direction.
Well, certainly, he certainly packs a punch. He's already shown that with a couple of maximums, and both those maximums have come of sheer skill and not muscle or slog. Once again, he targets that similar looking area. Fielder looking to get underneath it, but what's going to happen is the umpire will do a little bhangraya. Umpire Mujahid K signaling 6. Arvind Ramesh is on fire at the moment.
Those watching this match on TV would be believing that we are geniuses here predicting what Arvind Ramesh is going to be doing. But it's a no-brainer. That's the way he plays. He's an absolutely elegant striker. Incredible striker of the cricket ball. And at the moment, he's found reasons for the Braveheart 11 camp to have a few smiles on their face.
Lustful blows here. Arvind Ramesh certainly turning the heat on the SFT smashers. This time, punch down the ground. He's clobbered it. Fielder there will ensure it's only a single, but that sheer timing on that shot was something to look forward to.
Just one thing. You need to keep him away from the arc of Umar in the next over. You don't want him to go after Umar. That is the only weakness. Big shot. Over covers. There is protection in the deep. And it's only going to be a single. So good over in favor of Braveheart 11 comes to an end. 31 for the loss of 2 at the end of 3. Now this is where SFT is a little par above Braveheart 11 because Amir Ali comes into the attack. He's another tricky bowler because once you remove pace, the strikers become very ineffective. Just like that.
Ball keeping a tad bit low, so that's some cause of concern here for the batters. And Amir Ali can be a very, very wily customer. He'll look to play with the minds of the batters, ask them some serious questions. Variations on offer. Keeping it out of the arc.
With the kind of pace that Amir Ali bowls, you will certainly need to create a lot of power. There's no shortage of power, but the problem is there is no pace on offer. That's the variation of Amir Ali. It's skied up, high up in the air, deep mid-wicket settling underneath it. Oh, he's juggled and he's found a way to hold on to it. Shivrai Mohanlal, what an incredible moment for SFT. Nothing is going wrong for SFT because they are holding on to everything.
Yeah, he comes with a reputation of being a power hitter, Sohail Ahmed, but at the moment he's just scored 2 and heading back into that dugout looking dejected. Have a look at that, making a difference here. Syed Amir Ali. And straight into the hands of the fielder. He looked to take him on and entice the batters. And he's probably got his prize here of some very, very smart trickery from the likes of Amir Ali. It's the third wicket down as Braveheart 11 are 31 for the loss of 3 wickets.
The calculations are pretty much simple for Braveheart's 11. They need 10 maximums in just around 39 deliveries. And if that is well communicated to Arvind Ramesh, they'll be home. Probably leaving 6 balls to spare.
Suhil Kanakraj, the new man in. And straight away gets into the act. This one's high, but the fielder will pouch it. What a turn of events here. And just when you thought that the last over by Arvind Ramesh had tilted the match in favour of the Braveheart 11s, all of a sudden out comes the trickery by Syed Amir Ali and pulling off wickets after wickets. Now the second wicket in consecutive bowls. Suhil departs.
Unbelievable brain fade movement for Suhil Kanakraj. He had to stay in there to support Arvind Ramesh. And what he's done is the very first delivery that he faces, he's hit it down the throat of deep mid wicket. And as a result, he's walking back. And all of a sudden, they're in serious trouble, Braveheart's 11.
Since the time Syed Amir Ali is introduced into the bowling attack, nothing much has changed apart from those wickets column here. 4 wickets down, the score remains at 31. Braveheart 11 will now be on a bundle of nerves at the moment. Somebody needs to throw in the counter punch.
It was the hat-trick delivery. And it's going to result in a single. Amir Ali provided that incredible boost to the score line with his batting in the middle, and now with the ball in hand, 2 wickets in 2 deliveries. What more can he do?
Well, at the moment he is busy directing, or rather orchestrating the field. Have a look at that. His hands are all over the place. He's literally doing it like a music conductor.
He's an artist, certain artist, Amir Ali. He's an integral part of the Oman cricket. Works behind the scenes. Romesh dancing down the track, and this is going to be interesting because Arvind Ramesh can strike a big one. This is one of the biggest sixes that has been struck today evening. And this is what makes Arvind Ramesh so special.
Yeah, you've got a couple of wickets in this over and then only that one single. But after that, what a massive strike here from Arvind Ramesh. And it was as high as the commentary box building. Have a look at that just to give you perspective. There are 4 floors and the ball has cleared all the 4 floors and par the building. What a powerful strike here. Out of nowhere against the run of play and ending the 4th over very, very well. Arvind Ramesh getting 6 to his name.
ग्राफिक्स मेरे एंड से नहीं है, ग्राफिक्स मेरे पास से नहीं हो रहा, बंद कर सकता हूँ मैं, और कुछ नहीं कर सकता ग्राफिक्स. नहीं वो सुन नहीं सकता, वो सिर्फ मतलब चैट पे चल रहा है, मतलब यानी कि कौन चला रहा है ये भी मुझे मालूम नहीं पड़ रहा है, ग्राफिक्स कौन चला रहा है मालूम नहीं, सिर्फ रिप्ले वाले से मेरी बातचीत चल रही है.
Umar is going to be staying into the attack from the Oman LNG end. He's the real danger man, in my opinion. Yes, Amir Ali has picked up those 2 wickets, but this is the moment that you'll be looking forward to. Umar versus Arvind. This is going to be deciding the destiny of this game.
Absolutely, and he looked to charge down the track to Syed Amir Ali out of nowhere. That was the first delivery that he faced of Syed Amir Ali. But then now, Arvind Ramesh against Umar will be exciting to watch. He's looked to play it up in the air. It's a safe shot because there's no fielder inside the circle, and look to rotate strike. So slow proceedings here as far as that contest is concerned.
The equation is very simple for Arvind Ramesh. Just 10 maximums in 36 deliveries. That's a lot of time. And that's where some amount of understanding is required from the other end, which is not so common at the moment. Right in the block hole from Umar, and the 5th wicket down for Braveheart's 11.
Yeah, Khan certainly not making any favors for his team here. Arvind Ramesh, the only lone fighting warrior out there for his side, as the other end just keeps going back. That's going to be a laborious walk all the way back to the dugout because he's certainly not impressed.
Yes, the scoreboard is going to be edited because 7 runs, not really, just 1 run of 4 deliveries. That 6 came from the bat of Arvind Ramesh, and that is going to be corrected in time to come. But the final score, certainly right, 39 for the loss of 5, and Braveheart 11 are crumbling here under pressure. Doesn't matter where you are. Yes, the score lines are just going to be edited and it will be right. Arvind Ramesh is standing tall at 26 of 10 deliveries, or rather 11 deliveries. And that's going to be edited in moments from now. But at the moment, it is a lone warrior fight as Cyril Sebastian comes to the middle. And that arm ball of Umar continues to impress us.
Yeah, well, good stuff here from Umar. He's into his second over. He's picked up a wicket. Managed to keep things very, very quiet so far. A bit of an inside edge. Getting excited, the bowler and the keeper, for a second.
If you ask me, these are results in favour of Bravehearts, just to keep Arvind Ramesh out of equation against Umar, and that's an achievement in its own. Yes, it might not be a great over. Umar being bowled out will be a big plus. A single of the final delivery, and that'll mean that Cyril is going to be facing the next over. Just 3 runs from that over of Umar and a wicket. 40 for the loss of 5.
भाई जी
Tanveer Ahmed comes into the attack, understanding the importance of Arvind Ramesh's wicket. Over point, and this is good shot, very good shot from Cyril Sebastian. It will be a boundary, and these are handy runs.
Good start to the floating power play. They've opted for the floating power play. A good move by the batting side, keeping in mind Romesh. The other end, batting at a strike rate of almost 271 of 29 deliveries. All they need his 5 to 6 maximums to narrow that gap between the margin of runs and the balls.
Oh, there's a very good delivery. Just using the angle to his advantage, Tanveer Ahmed. You can see him coming close to the stumps and just angling a slight bit away. This is presence of mind.
I like the way they have covered every department. SFT, they have got a solid top order batting, as we have witnessed in the first innings. Now the bowlers, they are doing a pretty good job. 5 wickets. We are into the 6th over.
Full toss and drilled straight to mid-off. Direct hit could have been very interesting. Talking about presence of mind, one team that doesn't have the presence of mind, it is Braveheart 11. They have a striker who's striking really well, and the other side batters are just not able to rotate strike well. Common sense is just not common.
I understand, because the first time they got a chance to express themselves on this big platform. So you have that kind of feeling whenever you're out in the middle to do something special.
The feeling of selfishness?
I don't think so, but sometimes it just get over you.
Selfishness gets over you. Looking for a big shot, driven straight down the ground. This is only going to be a single. Every run taken, which gets Arvind Romesh off strike, is a war won.
Really not easy to be sitting next to you in the comp box. A very straightforward Pranav Mehta. But somehow I have the feeling, Pranav, because these boys, they are playing for the first time. The broadcast matches coming live. And also they know their loved ones are watching, so they want to do something special in the process, playing few dot deliveries. Oh, there you go, a full toss. There was an opportunity to get runs. They started off really well in this over with the boundary, but after that, the story has been of dot and 3 singles.
There's a very famous saying that every time you try to be a hero, you end up being a zero, because then you're not being a team personnel. And that's exactly what is required, because win or lose being secondary at the moment for Braveheart 11, it's a long tournament. Net run rate is of prime importance. And that is where the most important link in this game is Arvind Ramesh. The longer he stays, the more impact he's going to make. And that's where you just need to have a little bit of presence of mind. But that is the role of the coach. That is why you need coaches. Outside edge, and they're going to scamper for a single. A little bit of a fumble from Janzeb allows them to do that.
It is also to do with that experience, because in SFT they have someone like Amir Ali, who has a vast of experience playing at the national level, at the international level as well. And the man behind the stumps, Janzeb Khan, played a lot of cricket back home in Pakistan and here in Oman.
But even if you talk about Braveheart 11, you talk about Sohail Kangiraj and so many others that have played consistently at the premier level. So they're not short of confidence. It is just presence of mind, brain fade movement. And brain fade movement is very common. You talk about the famous Steve Smith incident. It's only going to be a single for Sebastian. We'll talk about the Steve Smith incident in the next over. 50 achieved by Braveheart 11. They still have 4 overs to play. one of the prolific youngsters who has impressed us last year, is going to be coming into the attack. And it's going to be chopped on. Cyril Sebastian, certifying that common sense is really not very common.
Pratish Ramesh is the bowler. If I'm not wrong, he was part of Muscat Thunderers last
Absolutely.
season. Now look at that beautifully bowled flighted delivery, invited him to go towards that leg side, inside edge, onto the stumps. Romesh strikes the very first ball of his spell. The sorry story of Sebastian comes to an end. 50 for the loss of 6.
Pratish Ramesh strikes on the very first delivery. Once again, looking to throw the kitchen sink at it and not looking to rotate the strike. And this has been the concern for Braveheart's 11. Once they'll see this game on TV as a highlight or probably as a review, they will understand that how poor their intent was, what are the mistakes they did. And they will be certainly saying that, oh, this was unbelievable mistake from my side. Do you agree with me, Mudipa? It's just going to be a single to deep mid wicket.
This is the first day of this tournament and want to play safe.
Then
want
sorry?
to agree whatever you're saying. But said that, Pranav, at the same time they're playing for the first time, so you need to give it to them. If they repeat the same mistake in the second game, then yes. Oh, what a shot. A bazooka from the blade of Pokhara on the back foot towards that extra cover. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
It has probably impacted the cat, if I'm not making a mistake. What a shot that was. Right over covers. For a moment the cover fielder was interested. And look at what has happened here. Right onto the cat. This is going to be on the social media. Right in the block hole. Pokhara is still looking for the big one. Do you think this is a great idea? Shouldn't they just be looking to rotate the strike and give as much opportunity to Arvind Ramesh? Oh my goodness gracious me. This is only an onslaught at the moment. 7 overs done, 57 for the loss of 6. Let's the first one go. The younger bowler, the younger brother is the bowler, the elder brother is the wicket keeper, and Pokhara finds the gap. It's going to be just a single. Not even interested by the merest of fashion Rahman Ali. He's a mystery spinner. Good mystery spinner.
Almost 8 to 9 members of the same family. They play for different clubs here in Oman. We have seen the likes of Zohaib Amanat and Umair Shakil, part of Yalla Shabab Osama Akhil. He played for IS Invincibles. So was Imran Ali, the younger brother of Janzeb and Rahman Ali.
Oh, it's a moment. Look at that celebration. Brother celebrates for brother. It's going to be right on the social media and it's going to be making rounds because Rahman is very popular on the social media. He's a social media sensation and he's picked up a wicket.
What a great delivery. Romesh, who was going great guns and deceived with a change of pace. The length was key and look at that celebration from the wicketkeeper. This celebration is for the social media fans of Rahman Ali and Jazeb Khan. Ali gets his first wicket. The man who was getting those runs is back in the hut, managing 24 of 14 balls, 58 for the loss of 7.
Amir comes to the middle. He can strike the ball a long distance. He's a good striker of the cricket ball. And Rahman with that cannon ball. Full toss. This has gone high up in the air. It's probably got the distance as well. It's going to be the first ball maximum. And in the process, there's a big collision on the boundary line. Believe it is Pratish Ramesh. Not really sure who the other fielder is, but they are on the ground at the moment.
Good to see both are on their feet and walking calm towards that sideline is our co-commentator Amin Wagle. But what a hit. Will this maximum, will it go on social media, Pranav?
No, the maximums don't go to the social media. What goes on the social media are the successes. There's a very famous saying, the kings that won the war, they write the stories. It is not the kings that lost the wars. So the words of the winners. Sliding down the leg, and this one will be required to reload. It's been a decent effort from Rahman at the moment. One man who will have a big smile on his face is Guru Prasanna. These are products of Guru Prasanna. Rahman, you talk about Janzeb. Big shot, and this could have been a certain social media reel for Rahman Ali. It would have been catch of the tournament. Brilliant reflex catch, but it's gone down begging at the moment. 8 overs done, 66 for the loss of 7. Pratish Ramesh, it's skied up in the air, fielder coming underneath it, and this is going to be held on as well. Altaf being the fielder, Pratish is a sensation. He's just grown as a player with time.
The previous over, these two collided the boundary rope at long on and long of Altaf and Pratish. Yet again, that combo of Pratish Ramesh and Altaf getting a wicket. A brave bowler, the youngster giving that flight has been the beauty of this spell from Pratish Ramesh. Altaf making no mistake. They're playing like a unit. They're enjoying each other's success out there in the middle. Wicket number 8 goes down. Tough times for BRX. 66 on board.
Pratish Ramesh, 2 wickets, 7 runs and his 7 deliveries. He's been one of the standout bowlers. The only thing is, can he bowl a googly here? He'll continue to stick with his leg spin. Just want to see him bowl a few more variations. And that's what will set the future stage for him.
One of the toughest art on the cricketing field, being a leg break bowler. The best part, he found his rhythm on the very first ball of his spell. And he continues to excel, troubling the batters with that flight. The length has been key for Romesh.
Big shot, and this is going to be probably the 3rd wicket for him. Not really. Just falling short of that fielder. And it's only going to be a single. They're going for the... Oh, this is gone. This is curtains. Probably this was curtains. Not impressed as the umpire. Direct hit are always interesting.
I really don't understand why they have gone for that second run. The ball deviated after hitting the bat of Fahim, but Pokra is back on strike. Ramesh, what a spell. Just 10 runs in 9 deliveries, 2 wickets to his name. Can he get better of Pokra here? A collective team effort from SFT.
There's still an opportunity. 46 of 9 deliveries. Big shot straight down the ground. Fielder coming underneath it, and he's going to make a mess of that. And in the process, they will accumulate 4 runs as well.
As Rahman Ali, the fielder at long off, survives. Pokra, every run matters, keeping in mind it's a long and lengthy tournament. The net run rate will come into play. Look at that.
One thing is sure, this is not going to the social media. With a big smile on his face, it is Mudassar Ali Qureshi, and a single 2 sweeper is what Gaurav Pokra achieves. He's been impressive, Pratish Ramesh.
The right move, I believe, from Ramesh. Now he'll get plenty of opportunities, because when you're playing the star-studded side like Muscat Thunderers, the opportunities are very less, keeping in mind they have quite a few big names. But playing for SFT, I'm sure it's a long season and he'll get plenty of opportunities.
And it's a great step by his decision makers. This is exactly what you need to do. Get that experience at Muscat Thunderers, come down 1 division, explore, get those extra opportunities, because now he's considered as a big player and he's getting those prime opportunities. 16 runs in his 2 overs and 2 wickets for Pratish Ramesh. 8 wickets down and for 75 at the end of 9. Amir Ali is going to be bowling that final over. Man of the match for you?
Amir Ali, and somehow I feel, yes, couple of wickets and he has got 20 odd runs the first innings. And after did he bowl?
Not really.
So 44 runs, but as of now, the front runner for that Player of the Match award is our 2016 star of the match against Ireland in that World Cup, Amir Ali. The clean-shaved young boy back in 2016, now a grown-up Amir Ali.
Oh, he's going to miss that one. Janzeb. It's going to be a free couple of runs. Probably could be the bottom edge as well, or is it the buys?
Prabhu, also I would like to add the way the board has taken care of these former players. Once they are done with their playing days, the board made sure to get them under their umbrella, providing them a platform. A few of them are working as an analyst as well as coaches for different teams. So running hard, Afridi.
If Afridi would have held on to that one, that would have certainly sealed his man of the match. But all said and done, you're absolutely spot on. The way the board takes care of its players, Zishan Siddiqui, he's working as a video analyst. He's also working in the Oman cricket office. You talk about Amir Ali, he's doing a great job as a coach to the juniors. And a few others who are associated. I believe it is Ajay Lal Cheta who is contributing as a coach as well here. He was the ex-captain of the national side, so he's doing well. Yes, he has a job, so he adds value. And what happens with that is these are players who have so much of knowledge, and when they're grooming with the young generation, you are able to see talents like Pratish Ramesh, Soumya Sampat. I can just keep going because there are so many of them. Slog sweep comes to the rescue, and it's going to be a late effort boundary for Braveheart's 11.
Something for Fahim, gone for plenty of runs. Now a boundary.
When they watch the replays and the game later in the evening, they will understand. Oh, it's a leg spinner. The wicketkeeper, batsman, is going to accumulate a single of the final delivery, and he'll be mighty disappointed with his efforts behind the stumps, and he'll want to work on it. He's a decent wicketkeeper, but 8 of 5 for Fahim and Gaurav Pokra, 19 of 12 doesn't matter because 86 at the end of the accumulated 10 overs. They've lost 8 wickets in the process, and they're going to be falling short by a big margin.
Mixture of senior and youngsters winning this game by margin of 28 runs. The likes of Rahman Ali, Umair, Amir Ali, Jazeb Khan played an all-important role. And good to see the youngsters, Altaf, Pratish, Afridi contributing towards the win of SFT. What a start to the tournament for SFT. They got runs, they fielded well, they bowled well. A lot of homework needs to be done by Braveheart 11. Not a match to remember for men in yellow. Arvind Ramesh, 24 of just 14, but look at that middle order and the top order, 4, 3, 2, 0, 7, 8. Top 6 batters not able to go into the double-digit figure. Pokhara remain unbeaten on 19. So just 2 batters chasing 114. Only 2 batters making it to double-digit. That has been the sorry story for Braveheart 11. All they could manage is 86 for the loss of 8. And just 4 extras, Pranav. It clearly shows the discipline in the bowling of SFT.
They were a certain comfortable side walking in with 114, 115 runs on the board. They're fairly comfortable. Tasif Ahmed, Mohammad Umar, Altaf Mohammad, Rahman Ali all picking up a wicket, but one young and one old vintage performer, Syed Amir Ali, picking up 2 wickets, and the young Pratish Ramesh picking up a couple of wickets as well. So winning this game by a convincing margin of 28 runs, SFT will be very happy and well placed. Talking about the highlights, they came out swinging, and Ashfaq after that boundary had a moment of brilliance in the field, and hence he had to walk back. Umar always does well with the ball, and that's where he did a pretty decent job. Efforts of striking from Arvind Ramesh continued, but it was only after a few lusty blows that he was not having sufficient amount of strike, and hence wickets kept tumbling at the other end, and he lost his momentum. Wickets consistently picked up. Amir Ali was doing a brilliant job. Yes, it was none other than Arvind Ramesh who showed his class, but wickets tumbling at the other end never gave him an opportunity to get going. Few late efforts, but didn't make much of a difference because the target too stiff, too tall, and as a result, Arvind Ramesh also departed back to the dugout, and from there, The target was just too big enough to be chased down. Wickets consistently fell. Pratish Ramesh was incredible. Amir Ali was absolutely astonishingly good. Yes, a couple of late boundaries, but 28 runs too many for the Bravehearts 11. That's the confirmation. SFT Smashers winning the toss, opting to bat first. 114 for the loss of 5. Umar doing a good job with the bat, 45 of 29. Janzeb did a good job as well, 31 of 15. And Amir Ali, the vintage Amir Ali, 19 of 11. 2 wickets for Ahmed. And in the chase, Braveheart 11 did just not good enough because Arvind Ramesh was the lone warrior there, 24 of 14. And 2 wickets apiece for Pratish Ramesh and Amir Ali. Final confirmations. SFT has won the game by 28 runs, which is a big margin in the D10 competition. And that's where the net run rate will have a big boost. We'll take a small break here in the comm box. On the other side, it's the post-match presentation with Amin Wagle.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is. straight in.
Beautiful ball.
Edged away. Yes, it is.
What an exciting game of cricket we've had. Game number 4 concluding, and it's concluded in favour of SFT Smashers. Winning the toss first, they elected to bat, put up a good total on board, almost 115, 116 odd runs. And in response, Braveheart's 11 could not able to chase it. On the other hand, there were some nervous moments for both the teams, some very notable performances. Arvind was there and he was fighting till the very end for the Bravehearts. But actually, the game was very well set up and it was all because of one man. And that's going to be Usman Afridi, who's going to be adjudicated the man of the match for this game, game number 4. And he'll collect the man of the match medallion from umpire Mujahid AK. Scoring 45 runs of 29 deliveries and picking up a couple of catches as well, ensuring his team ended on the right side of the finish line. उस्मान भाई, आप यहाँ पर बहुत जाने माने हैं, सभी आपके बारे में बात कर रहे थे. ये टूर्नामेंट के शुरुआत से ही मुझे बोला गया था कि इस प्लेयर के बारे में ज़रूर देखना है और इस प्लेयर के लिए बहुत बहुत गौर से नोटिस करना है कि आप कैसे परफॉर्मेंसेस डाल रहे हैं. सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद और आपके परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में बताएं.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अल्लाह का बहुत शुक्रिया कि इधर मुझे अच्छा क्रिकेट मिला और बहुत मैं एंजॉय करता हूँ, बहुत अच्छा मतलब फीलिंग करता हूँ. तो सारे क्रिकेट कैप्टन और कोचेस को जा रहा है ना, मैंने उसे मतलब रैंडम हैंड दिया कि अपना गेम खेलो.
ओके, आपके टीम के बारे में बताएं. सबसे पहले दो पॉइंट आपके आपके टीम को मिले हैं, तो इसकी वजह से एक अच्छी बढ़त मिली है, पॉजिटिव स्टार्ट है इस टूर्नामेंट के लिए. इस टूर्नामेंट में आपकी टीम आगे क्या करना चाहेगी, उसके बारे में कुछ बताएं.
ये इंटरमीडिएट डिवीज़न है ना, और इंशाल्लाह हम ट्राई करेंगे. ये अच्छा हो गया हमारा शुरुआत, इनके बाद इंशाल्लाह
घबराए नहीं, थोड़े और नज़दीक आके बात करें.
इसके बाद और भी इंशाल्लाह अच्छा करेंगे इंशाल्लाह.
ओके, विकेट के बारे में बताएं और स्पेशली जब आप बैटिंग करने आए तब आपके जहन में क्या चल रहा था, किस तरीके की पारी खेलना चाह रहे थे आप.
विकेट तो कभी डाउन कभी मतलब बाउंस इस तरह बॉल आ रहा था ना, लेकिन मैंने अपना नेचुरल खेला, वही हमारा अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अच्छा रिजल्ट निकला.
अगर ऐसे नेचुरल खेलते रहेंगे तो बाकी टीमों को बहुत बच के रहना पड़ेगा. बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद फिर से और उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप और ऐसे अवार्ड्स लेके जाएं. That was Usman Afridi, and what a great innings he has played. Adjudicated the man of the match for this game. Do stay tuned. We've got a lot of more games coming up your way.
He has timed that one well. Catches the call straight in.
Beautiful ball.
Edged away.